Greetings, comrades. Welcome to All Power to the People podcast on Grown Folks Talking, Express Yourself Internet Radio via the Huddle Team app. We meet every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. We discuss local, national, and global events that impact the material conditions of the people.
I'll be having conversation with people, and they'll be like, "So what do we do? What is our option? This is our This is our during the school year, all year round. We don't have enough money to go build a school to be able to bring in all these children and stuff. We don't have all of that, but we can create an after-school program."
Your AirPods?
The Philadelphia Negro, Chapter 15, Section 45, Sections and Wards. The spread of Negro population in the city during the 19th century is worth studying. In 1793, one-fourth of the black inhabitants, or 538 persons, lived north of Market Street and south of Vine, and were either in the homes of white families as servants or in the alleys as Shivleys, Pewter Platter, Chromes, Sugar, Crescents, etc. Between Market and South lived one-half of the blacks, crowded in a region that centered at 6th and Lombard. In Strawberry Alley and Lane, Elbow Lane, Grace Alley, Shippens Alley, etc. Besides in the families of the white on Walnut, Spruce, Pine, etc. The remaining fourth of the population was in Southwark, south of South Street, and in Northern Liberties, north of Vine. Details are given in the table. The changes from 1793 to 1838, nearly half a century, may thus be shown. Thus, we see in 1838 that the center of Negro population had gone southward toward Mayumsing. The Cedar, Locust, and South Wards, as they were then called, had the bulk of the population, and they corresponded approximately to the 4th, 5th, 7th, and 8th wards of today. 10 years later than this, in 1848, we have a more detailed account of the distribution of the Negroes in the various sections of the city. They were mostly crowded into narrow courts and alleys. The colored population north of Vine and east of 6th Street consisted of 272 families with 1,285 persons. 101 families of these, 415 persons, lived on Apple Street and its courts, and in Pascal's Alley, now Lynch Street. Apple Street itself, including Hicks Court, had 37 families with 138 persons, living in 16 houses. Shotwell's Row, on the same street, had 16 families with 65 persons in 7 houses. The rooms were about 8 feet square. Pascal's Alley contained 48 families with 212 persons in 28 houses. One house had 7 families, 33 persons living in 13 rooms, 8 feet square. The rent of the whole house was $266 per year, yet all of them, such as these families, have comfortable beds and bedding. About a third of the total Negro population of Mayumsing, the district south of Cedar Street and west of Paseo Road, was crowded into the space between 5th and 8th Streets and South and Fitzwater, for instance. It is in this district and in the adjoining portion of the city, especially Mary Street and its vicinity, that the great destitution and wretchedness exists. The personal property of 176 of the above 302 families is returned as $603.50, or $3.43 per family. 15 families, 42 persons, on Small Street, Alaska Street, above 6th Street, had their whole property valued at $7. Most of these Negroes were rag pickers, and 29 out of 42 families were not natives of the state. Mary Street and its courts had 80 families with 281 persons living in 35 houses. Some were industrious and temperate, but there was much surrounding misery. In Gow's Alley, from Cedar to Lombard Street, were 42 families, 147 persons in 20 houses. 83 of these persons were not natives of the state, and 13 of the families received public charity. A description of this district in 1847 is interesting. The vicinity of the place we sought was pointed out by a large number of colored people congregated on the neighboring pavement. We first inspected the rooms, yards, and cellars of the 4 or 5 houses next above Baker Street on 7th. The cellars were wretchedly dark, damp and dirty, and were generally rented for 12.5 cents per night. These are occupied by one or more families at the present time, but in the winter season, when the frost drives those in the summer sleep abroad, in fields, in board yards, and in sheds, to seek more effectual shelter. They often contain from 12 to 20 lodgers per night. Commencing at the back of each house are small wooden buildings roughly put together, about 6 feet square, without windows or fireplaces, a hole about a foot square being left in front along the side of the door to let in fresh air and light, and to let out foul air and smoke. These desolate pens, the roofs which are generally leaky, and their floors so low that more or less water comes in on them from the yard in the rainy weather, would not give comfortable winter accommodations to a cow. Although as dismal as dirt, damp, and insufficient ventilation can make them, they are nearly all inhabited. In one of the first we entered, we found the dead body of a large Negro man who had died suddenly there. This pen was about 8 feet deep by 6 wide. There was no bedding in it, but a box or two around the sides furnished places where 2 colored persons, one said to be the wife of the deceased, were lying either drunk or fast asleep. The body of the dead man was on the wet floor beneath an old worn coverlet. In 1853, a similar description of the crime, filth, and poverty of this district shows us that the present slums do not compare with those in misfortune and depravity. Much of this poverty and degradation could, in 1847, be laid at the door of the new immigrants, and although some of the immigrants were in good circumstances, yet in general, most of the poverty was found where most of the immigrants were. The immigrants formed the following percentages of the total population in 1847. The historic center of Negro settlement in the city can thus be seen to be at 6th and Lombard. From this point, it moved north, as is indicated, for instance, by the establishment of Zoran Church in 1794. Immigration of foreigners and the rise of industries, however, early began to turn it back, and it found outlet in the alleys of Southwark and Moansing. For a while, about 1840, it was bottled up here, but finally it began to move west. A few early left the Mass and settled in West Philadelphia. The rest began a slow, steady movement along Lombard Street. The influx of 1876 and thereafter sent the wave across Broad Street to a new center at 7th and Lombard. There it divided into 2 streams. One went north and joined remnants of the old settlers in the Northern Liberty and Spring Garden. The other went south to 26th, 30th, and 36th wards. Meantime, the new immigrants poured in at 7th and Lombard, while 6th and Lombard down to the Delaware was deserted to the Jews, and Miami partially to the Italians. The Irish were pushed on beyond 18th to the Schuylkill or immigrated to the mills of Kissington and elsewhere. The course may thus graphically represented, see page 306. This immigration explains much that is paradoxical about Negro slums, especially their present remnants at 7th and Lombard. Many people wonder that the mission and reformatory agencies at work there for so many years have so little to show by way of results. One answer is that this work has new material continually to work upon, while the best classes move to the west and leave the dregs behind. The parents and grandparents of some of the best families of Philadelphia Negroes were born in the neighborhood of 6th and Lombard at a time when all Negroes, good, bad, and indifferent, were confined to that and a few other localities. With the greater freedom of domicile which has since come, these slum districts have sent a stream of immigrants westward. There has to been a general movement from the alleys to the street and from the back to the front street. Moreover, it is untrue that the slums of 7th and Lombard have not greatly changed in character. Compared with 1840, 1850, or even 1870, these slums are much improved in every way. More and more every year, the unfortunate and poor are being sifted out from the vicious and criminal and sent to better quarters. And yet, with all the obvious improvement, there are still slums and dangerous slums left. Of the 5th Ward and adjoining parts of the 7th, a city health inspector says, few of the houses are under-drained, and if the closets have sewer connections, the people are too careless to keep them in order. The streets and alleys are strewn with garbage, excepting immediately after the visit of street cleaner. Penetrate into one of these houses and beyond, into the backyard, if there is one, frequently there is not, and there will be found a pile of ashes, garbage, and filth, the accumulation of the winter, perhaps the whole year. In such heaps of refuse, what disease germ may be breathing? To take a typical case, Gillis Alley, famed in the police court, is a narrow alley extending from Lombard Street through to South Street, above 5th Street, cobbled and without sewer connections. Houses and stables are mixed promiscuously. Buildings are of frame and of brick. Looks both outside and in like a Southern Negro's cabin. In this miserable place, poor colored families have their homes. The aggregate rent demanded is $22 a month, though the owner seldom receives the full rent. For 3 small dark rooms in the rear of another house in this alley, the tenants pay and have paid for 13 years, $11 a month. The entrance is by a court not over 2 feet wide. Except at midday, the sun does not shine in the small open space in the rear that answers for a yard. It is safe to say that not one house in this alley could pass an inspection without being condemned as prejudicial to health. But if they are so condemned and clean, with such inhabitants, how long will they remain clean? The general characteristics and distribution of the Negro population at present in different wards can only be indicated in general terms. The wards with the best Negro population are parts of the 7th, 26th, 30th, and 36th, 14th, 15th, 24th, 27th, and 29th. The worst Negro population is found in parts of the 7th and in the 4th, 5th, and 8th. In the other wards, either the classes are mixed or there are very few colored people. The tendency of the best migration today is toward the 26th, 30th, and 36th wards in West Philadelphia.
All power to the people. That's section 15. Hey, how is what's his name? How's Megabyte doing? All right, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hey, good afternoon, Chairman and friends. He's doing well, actually. Honestly, he's doing really well. He's taking your advice. He's got a couple of events that occurred that are like in his favor for the sake of the whole malpractice or advocating for himself. So on that front, I haven't talked to him since about a day ago, but yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah, because last time I spoke to him, we had contacted a couple of lawyers, and the general secretary had got in contact with a couple of lawyers, and she gave them his number, and they were supposed to call him. That was the last time I spoke to him, and I just told him to keep his head down because they're really trying to agitate him so they could find courts to keep him there. I mean, so I told him to write. I told him if he could write, he should try to write me or something. I mean, but yeah, I'm happy to hear he's doing good, man. I'm happy to hear he's doing good. How you doing, though? You good?
Yeah, just to add, he's fighting the battle from within the castle walls, right? And he needs somebody to advocate for him, and I've been doing my best. On that front as well, I did talk to him regarding an approach, and I can talk to you about this privately, but definitely an update for you on that regard. So please remind me. But I'm also well. I'm starting a new job on Tuesday. My orientation is on Tuesday, so that's exciting. But yeah, thank you.
What job is it going to be? What job you starting?
So this is totally out of character for me because I've been a software developer for 15 years. But I got a job in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, working at the Hollywood Casino, Gulf Coast, as a blackjack, craps, and roulette dealer. So it's going to be quite a new experience for me.
You're going to be the dealer?
Yeah, I get to keep all my tips.
I'm going to talk to you later. I'm coming to your table.
Okay. Sounds good.
But all power to the people, man. So look, we just listened to section 15 of the Philadelphia Negro. We've been listening to it for a couple of months now. We listen to a little bit of it every week when we come here to have our conversations. Because what we're doing here is trying to find ways to solve the conditions we're dealing with outside our windows, outside our homes. That's why we come here. That's the only purpose here. We're not here begging you for money. We're not trying to make viral stuff. We're just trying to find people that are interested in changing the conditions in our lives. And then we come here, we listen to people like Du Bois and see what we could take from the information they gave us. But listening to this is like 13 minutes. Listening to it, they're basically explaining the conditions that we are living through right now. If you go to any place in this country, wherever you're at in the country, and you go where poor people are at, they're living through the same conditions. They're going through the same thing with housing. They're overpricing. Too many people in the residence. The way it looked, dilapidated, the mice, the roaches, the filth, all of that. And it's like, and even when I was listening to Du Bois, he was saying like people just go out and they keep it dirty because they don't own it. They have no ownership to it. They're transient. Those people can kick them out anytime they want, and they're overpaying them. Why would you clean somewhere where you're getting overpaid to even stay? You don't even own it. It makes absolutely no sense to me. And when you're listening to Du Bois, he's speaking like the government, the state itself is there as separate from what is going on to these people, what is happening to these people in their lives. When the state is culpable, the state is part of it. The government is part of it. This is how they have designed it. This showed the map. You can see the map here. This is how they design. Like look, like when you growing up, when you in these spaces, and you're living day to day in these spaces, you're not seeing the whole area or the map broken down like this, where only certain people can stay. That is a design that closes people in to where those who maintain the society, who control the society, where they want the people at. You're not free. You don't have free will to go wherever. The places where they've designed on the board for you to stay at is where you're going to stay at. And that's what basically Du Bois is saying. And the places where they put for you to stay at is usually the worst, most predatory. I mean, so we fast forward all the way to today. So what's going on today? Yo, this was big news in New York. This is big news in New York this whole week. Listen, but it's been going on for a while. It's been going on for a while, but the people have no voice. You're not going to see what the people are dealing with this deed theft, where people are coming into the community. They're forging documents, forging paperwork to go in there and go steal people's homes. And then they're using the police. They're using the government to enable them to do that. This is the stuff that we are going through. And how do we deal with these issues in our community? Yo, that's what we're here to talk about. Let me play this to give you a little what? To give you a little brief story of what's going on over there.
Deed theft, where homeowners are essentially tricked out of their property, is a problem for a few years now. And now this group is rallying outside the governor's office, demanding that she do...
Is it loud enough?
Yeah, you can hear it, but it's not that loud.
Let me see if I can make it louder.
Something about it.
It don't sound like it got louder.
Really hard. We saved and we purchased our home legally and legitimately.
Rachel Cyprian was shaking mad as she spoke with us outside the governor's office about the devastating impact of her 15-year fight to reclaim ownership of her Brooklyn home following deed theft.
It leads to homelessness. It leads to depression. It leads to all sorts of failures. Here we are, Black people, in this country now for over 400 years, and we're constantly starting from square one.
Deed theft is when a property's title is transferred away from the rightful owner, generally due to deceptive or predatory tactics. Frequently, the targets are seniors and communities of color. Now, Brooklyn City Councilman Chiosei is pressing the governor to put a moratorium on evictions where there's a deed theft case pending or being investigated.
We are pleading to the governor, to the head of the state, to do right by all of us, to do right by Black New Yorkers, and to do your job.
During the moratorium, Chiosei and other elected leaders are demanding legislative fixes, like more support for homeowners in eviction court, special investigative units inside district attorneys' offices, a public database of shell companies associated with deed theft, and more. In response, the spokeswoman for the governor's office did not mention an immediate moratorium, but said the governor has taken a number of steps to push back against deed theft. Quote, no New Yorker should be cheated out of the opportunity to keep their home, which is why Governor Hochul has proposed $40 million in her state budget for the Homeowner Protection Program, and why she has led the way in enacting strong protections to empower homeowners and crack down on illegal...
I don't want to stop it here, but I have to stop it. Because you have to pay attention to what they're saying, what they're going to do. Yo, she's going to put $40 million to what? She's not giving those people that lost their homes anything. They're not giving none of those people their homes back. I want to bring it back. What is she putting $40 million to?
A public database of shell companies associated with deed theft and more. In response, the spokeswoman for the governor's office did not mention an immediate moratorium, but said the governor has taken a number of steps to push back against deed theft. No New Yorker should be cheated out of the opportunity to keep their home, which is why Governor Hochul has proposed $40 million in...
You hear that? She's proposed $40 million in her state budget for homeowner protection program. Is going to this program where they're going to put people in an office that they're going to tell to go out and do nothing. And do absolutely nothing. This is reform. Those people that are going to be in those offices are going to be people they know, people they gave jobs to. Now they're taking more money to go give it to people to go out and do absolutely nothing. Protection program to protect nobody but the people that are doing the stealing. Because like we all sit here and we see what's going on in Gaza, we see what's going on in Palestine, and we're like, yo, that's all the way over there. It doesn't affect me. Yo, the same Zionists over there. The same Zionists over there that are blowing up women and children, they're showing you how they feel about you, how they see you. The same Zionists that are blowing up people over there are the same ones here stealing your homes. You see, here it's a whole different level. They have perfected their craft. They have perfected how to steal from the people here. They buy the politicians that enable them to go ahead and do the crime that they do. And then when they get in trouble, when the people say something, They use the police to come attack the people. They use the politicians to come attack the people, to protect them. These people don't go to jail. They may throw you one or two here, but these people are not held accountable. And they're gonna. And this is what they're gonna. When they say reform, when we say reforms of BS, reform don't change the system. This is what we mean. So she said she's so concerned. She's gonna allocate $40 million to people she want to bribe and pay off, give money to, that she owe favors, for them to come be part of this program. That's going to do absolutely nothing. It's not going to give the people that lost their houses their homes back. It's not going to stop nobody from losing their homes. But it looks like she did something. But you got to learn how to read between the lines.
Her state budget for the Homeowner Protection Program, and why she has led the way in enacting strong protections to empower homeowners and crack down on illegal deed theft. But advocates say they will press on for more reform and that immediate moratorium.
What y'all think happened to that council person right there? Y'all gonna see what happened to that council person out there. You know, when you go ahead and be like, yo, all we gotta do is vote and put people in position of power, and we're gonna change the conditions in our community, you're gonna see what happened to him in a second.
It is now at your door. What are you going to do?
Then that's Jumaane Williams. Yeah, Jumaane Williams. Yo, all of these politicians, they're all liars and fraud. So they come out here now to try to come calm the people down. That's what their job is, to calm the people down and say all this nonsense that they know is not going to happen. But the people feel like they're doing something for them. They're speaking for them. When none of these reform, nothing they're saying is going to stop them from losing their homes, from these people taking their homes. It's been going on generation after generation. And these frauds, these politicians always come out because the politicians are the ones that protect the interests of the people coming in to steal from the residents, to steal from the people. Yo, this is really basic. If you understand how this system works, you see this before you even come. You see this 3 places ahead.
To keep black families in their homes. That's it. That's all I want to hear about.
Between 2014 and 2023, there have been roughly 3,500 complaints of deed theft in New York City alone. So we will continue following these proposals and continue to follow up.
Deed theft there, but gentrification other places. They may call it deed theft, like over here, they going through the deed, they're stealing through the deed. Yo, over here, they're throwing people out their homes, doubling their rents. It's illegal. You can't board nobody home up. It's supposed to go through the court. The sheriff department's supposed to come down and do it. You're not even supposed to be doubling rents. They're not even supposed to be charging people this much for rents. But they fix the deck, man. They set the deck, and they do what they want to do with the aid of the politician. And all these people in Newark, New Jersey, all these people that lost their homes, lost their apartment, lost places to stay, they're now in the streets, sleeping in the streets. And you know what the politician is going to say? Yeah, man, this is mental health. We have to create an office of mental health to help these people with their mental health and dismiss all the crimes that they have committed against these people. How they stole these people's homes and threw them into the streets. How they miseducated them for decades, educated their children, miseducated their children, miseducated their parents, miseducated them. How they allowing the corporations to get away with crime. Nobody speaks about that. They don't talk about that at all. All they talk about is mental health. What's causing the mental health? You steal somebody's home, steal somebody's property, take people's money away. Yo, that is going to cause mental health. It's going to cause their they need help, man. They need to be made healthy again because they're stressed out from being exploited. People are not walking, everybody not walking around here crazy. It's what the system is doing to people. And then looking right in your face and lying to you and telling you they're not doing it. How people not going to go crazy?
With the governor's office and councilman's office, as the
fraudsters look for vulnerable homes such as second or vacation homes.
Look at them. This is how they look when they're walking around in our communities. The same people out there bombing Libya, bombing Iran, bombing parts of Africa. Because they're all the way over. They're in Africa too. Yo, I used to wonder. When I was growing up, going to school, and now all of you are here. We all went to school. We got the same education system. We all Schindler's List, all these movies that they used to play when we was little. And I used to be wondering to myself, how can human beings put other human beings in the oven? That's what I used to say to myself. Like, these people got to be real evil. But then you start to grow up. and you start to see these people walking around with their 2 ponytails on the side of their head and that little kufi on, and that little hat on. They just walking around. They don't live here. They don't live in our hood. They don't live in the community. They just walking around because they're paying politicians to buy up everything in the community, paying politicians to brutalize us. I don't wonder why somebody would put them in the oven anymore. I no longer wonder that. Not at all. And if I'm not wondering that no more, it's other people not wondering that no more. It's other people that see them walking around that feel the same disgust I feel in my stomach when I see them. Because these are all Zionist. They're all Zionist scumbags. Every single one of them. I don't want to hear that they're not over there, they're over here. Yo, they're guilty too. They bombed those children too. They're part of it. They bombed those women and children, men, everybody. They bombed them all around the world. They practice the same thing they're doing in North. The same practices that they're doing here is what they were doing over there. But the people in Palestine, their leadership over there, don't tell the people go vote. They come up with structural ways for them people to survive. If they got to build a tunnel, dig a tunnel for them to live inside the tunnel underground, that's what they'll do. They don't come around telling people go vote. Every couple of months, go vote. As if that is going to change the condition here, when it hasn't changed it our lifetime and our parents' lifetime.
Rental properties, vacant or unoccupied houses, properties owned by elderly, deceased, or absentee owners, often those with clear title and substantial equity, no outstanding mortgage. They pull basic details from public records, from tax assessments, property listings, or online sources. 2, gathering personal information. Scammers collect the owner's details through public records, social media, data breaches, dark web, or phishing or mail theft. Key info includes full name, social security number, date of birth, and sometimes signatures. This enables identity impersonation. They also create forged documents. Using the stolen info, they prepare fake transfer documents, commonly quitclaim deeds, which transfers interest without warranties and are easy to forge. Warranty of grant deeds. They forge the owner's signature, create fake IDs, for example, driver's licenses, social security cards, and may use a dishonest notary or fake notary stamp to make it look legitimate. In some cases, they impersonate the owner or claim to represent them. The fake deed is filed with the county recorder's office, register of deeds, or equivalent local authority. Once recorded,
a courtroom confrontation today after the long-awaited sentencing in a major deed theft case unexpectedly postponed. News 12 Shakti Dennis was there.
Tensions ran high inside the Brooklyn courthouse today. On one side, victims of deed theft. The other, supporters of Sanford Zolin, a disbarred lawyer who was convicted back in June for stealing 11 Brooklyn properties through a fraudulent real estate scheme targeting mostly minority homeowners in financial distress. His sentencing was supposed to happen today, but last night some victims learned that it had been postponed. Lawyers say Zolin hadn't met with probation because of the Jewish holidays. Still, some victims came to court anyway, only to find dozens.
Why is a Jewish holiday, why does that have anything to do with America? Why are you postponing his case?
Yeah, is that what they're saying? He's being postponed for the Jewish holiday?
Right here, Jewish scammers, Sanford, Sony, stealing property from melanin humans in NYC. He's using Jewish holidays to avoid the trial. I'm going to bring it back, because the lady just said it.
Back in June for stealing 11 Brooklyn properties through a fraudulent real estate scheme targeting mostly minority homeowners in financial distress. His sentencing was supposed to happen today, but last night some victims learned that it had been postponed. Lawyers say Sony hadn't met with probation because of the Jewish holidays. Still, some victims...
Because of the Jewish holidays.
That's like when they were having their, I forget what the holiday is called, but they were burning the streets in the fire.
Yeah, on the sidewalk, just burning stuff out there on the sidewalk. but they can do that because it's a Jewish holiday. Yo, let me go outside and burn a goat and say I'm African. It's an African holiday. Let me go burn a goat outside. But this is what we're living through. This is what's going on in our communities. It's not something that we're making up. I mean, the people, like, when they get historians to write books, when you go read these academics in school and they're writing books about what's going on in the community right now, they're not talking about none of this. They're writing books, and they use words like gentrification. Due to gentrification, a large amount of people that lived in the community lost their homes. They're not going to go in there and they're not going to say, these Zionists paid off politicians to write laws to enable them to steal people's homes. Because the academics, the people that's writing these histories, they work for the government. They work for the state. So they're not going to say it. They're not going to come to the people and organize the people for them to find ways to stop what's going on. It's up to us. That's why this space exists. Where else can you go and you really hear what's going on in the streets? Go ahead, you got your hand up.
I was going to simply say laws for thee, but not for me.
No, you say laws what?
Laws for thee, but not for me. That's how they're treating this whole thing.
Yeah, you're 100% correct. I mean, they got laws that's just for us. It's not for everybody. Then you don't live in a democracy. Then you're not free. But they're not going to tell us that. They're not going to tell us we don't live in a democracy. The closest they'll come to it is by saying this is America's a republic. And when most people don't understand what the hell that means, that America's a republic. They don't understand that means America is a country for rich people. And the poor people, you elect rich people to tell you what they're going to do for you. That's what a republic is. You elect rich people like we do now. We elect millionaires to fight for us. You're weird if you believe a millionaire is coming to come fight for you. We're in a class war.
Came to court anyway, only to find dozens of Sony supporters there too.
You told me that I should not come today. Why can't I show up today?
Yeah, her accent. These are the people they target. Most of the time, people that come from other countries are not really trying to go to court to go fight. Like, they use their lawyers to attack these people, and they're worried about being deported. So they don't really say nothing. They don't really come out and speak out. But these are the people that they target. They know who they're targeting. They go into the communities where people have no money to go get lawyers to beat their Wall Street lawyers. This is what they're doing in our communities right now, while people can't get out. Like the first video I showed, the lady said we were slaves or whatever. It's like we always got to start over. You always got to start over. Because if it's not the landlord, it's the gas station getting you. If the gas station not getting you, the supermarket getting you. If the supermarket not getting you, the police getting you. It's like everybody just draining you, just taking. And you can't save nothing. Everything is going up. Nothing is going down. If you listen, they used to tell you like rent used to be like $8. Used to be $20. How they make it all the way to $2,500? Because they perfect the system. This system is perfected through time. This oppressive system, this scholarly way of stealing from the people is perfected through time. And the people have no institutional memory. The only memory we have is when we go to school and they're feeding us the nonsense. Or when we put on the TV, we put on social media, and they're feeding us garbage to justify what they're doing to us. That's how you go from $8 to $2,500 in less than 200-300 years. It keeps going up.
Why didn't you call all of them and tell them not to show up?
Inside the courtroom, the judge set a new sentencing date and allowed one victim who traveled from out of state to read an impact statement.
He took away my property. He took away my choice. Mr. Sony harmed me and left me with a short end of the stick.
Sony's defense attorney says he respects the court's decision, but claims the victims are not telling the full story.
The court found them guilty of making a false representation. Punishment will ensue for that. But this persistent notion that all of these individuals were hapless, unknowing, unintelligent individuals is just wrong.
Victims...
That lawyer should be in jail. All the lawyers should be in jail. The lawyers are just fraudulent as the people that they're defending. The lawyers are part of the scam, man, part of the pyramid scheme, part of the hustle. All these people are just here to eat off us, eat off our carcasses. That's what them lawyers is doing. These lawyers, people always talk about, yeah, man, you got a case, you're going to go get a lawyer. There ain't no lawyers running around here trying to go take no cases. They're not taking those cases. They're not going through court trying to make enemies with the police, with the politicians. That's not how it works here on the ground. Where we from? Not around here. The lawyers are with the police. The ambulance people are with the police. They're with the state. And got their boot on our necks. You can wrap all them lawyers up and throw them in there with that Zionist. They're here to protect them.
Advocates say they're frustrated by how long the case has dragged on. Some are still fighting to keep their property.
It destroyed our lives. They took more than 13 years away from us.
The new sentencing date is now set to November 12th, and on that day, more victims are expected to address Sony directly and tell him how this whole situation has impacted them. In downtown Brooklyn,
we begin with the story of a black Brooklyn senior, a developer who says she rode the wave of property flipping until the refinancing deal on this brownstone behind me went south.
You heard that? She rode the wave of property flipping. So she had a few properties. That's a black woman. Not listen to this. She's a developer too. Listen.
She's now on the outside looking in, evicted and fighting to reclaim the property she alleges was taken from her through deed fraud.
This is my house. It will always be my house.
69-year-old Thyra Jones, standing in front of the brownstone she purchased in 1996
for less than $180,000.
A property she ultimately lost to foreclosure.
I was evicted May the 5th, 2025.
To hear Jones tell it, this ordeal began in 2019 when she got sick with what she believed to be COVID. So December 19, first payment was due.
Yeah.
Did you make that?
No, I wasn't because I was sick.
By that time, Jones says she was already in the process of trying to refinance.
And got involved with these predatory lenders when I couldn't get a refinance from Chase Bank or Citibank.
Now in the midst of a heated legal battle to reclaim her brownstone, Jones blames two attorneys, including her own, for losing the property.
Yeah, that? She blames two attorneys, including her own. What I say, you could wrap all them lawyers up. You could wrap all them lawyers up. Because these lawyers will go in the back room and make deals without you. I've been through it already. These lawyers are looking for ways to exploit the people in the community too. They come in and use the people and then they leave. And you standing there with nothing. And they done got paid already. They'll make deals. They'll make deals with whoever you're trying to sue. For them to get paid and throw you under the bus. This is what's going on in the community right now. But there's nobody here. There's nobody coming out to come do no studies. There's nobody coming to come see what the lawyers are doing. Everybody's stealing from us. Everybody.
Were you notified about the foreclosure?
I was never notified there was any foreclosure.
A foreclosure, which Jones claims led to the fraudulent transfer of her deed to a new owner who purchased the brownstone at auction for a fraction of its worth.
Was worth $3.5 million.
Jones, who is a veteran real estate developer, says she's furious a new owner is now trying to flip her former home. It's now on the market, listed for just under $3 million. She says her former attorney, Yolanda Corrione, failed to warn her about the risk involved in signing two different loan documents, including a forbearance agreement.
My attorney didn't even inform me of anything that was going on.
Jones also claims in court documents the refinance lender and that firm's attorney did not have legal standing to claim ownership over the disputed brownstones.
It was Majestic Crown, whose attorney was Al Weintraub.
Additionally, Jones accuses both Corrione and Weintraub of colluding with one another in the process that ended with the loss of her deed. Community Close-Up spoke with Jones's former attorney, Corion, who told us via email, quote, I had a contingency agreement with Vira Jones. I would only get paid if 130 Green was saved from foreclosure. I received zero compensation for an effort I put into delaying the foreclosure for an entire year and helping her apply for financing with several lenders. It makes absolutely no sense for me to collude with anyone to foreclose on 130 Green Avenue.
It makes a lot of sense. You don't think anybody's going to do anything to you. That you can go ahead and just steal people's money and just collude with other people to steal these people's money, because who's going to hold you accountable? Who's taking you to court? You're not going to jail. None of this matter. These people are worth nothing. It makes a lot of sense to me that you would, because you got paid for it.
Corion, who says she is in the process of filing a defamation action against Jones, also forcefully denies any wrongdoing in regard to Jones signing that forbearance agreement. Quote, I did not advise her to sign this agreement. I reviewed the agreement with her and she told me she wanted to sign it. I was actually trying to stop Wayne Traub from foreclosing. Wayne Traub would not agree to stop the foreclosure and would only agree to forbear it instead. We reached out to attorney Wayne Traub, who represented the lender, Majestic Crown NY LLC, in Jones's refinance. Majestic Crown has no listed phone number or email. We also visited its listed business address in Kew Gardens, Queens, where we found no one associated with the firm. As for Wayne Traub, Majestic's attorney, he declined to comment for this story and referred us to the more than 200 document filings included in his counter lawsuit against Jones. We reviewed those documents. Several of them detail Majestic's multiple attempts to officially serve Vira Jones with notice of foreclosure paperwork as required by law. But various process servers noted how they were unable to reach Jones directly and instead left the paperwork with either her first-floor tenant or a dozen other unidentified people listed in documents as John Does, all during a period when Jones says she was ailing from COVID. Jones now has the support of several advocates who stage weekly protest rallies in front of Brooklyn DA Eric Gonzalez's office, demanding that he step up prosecutions to address the more than 3,500 deed theft and fraud complaints made across New York State over the last decade. Almost half of the victims hail from black and brown communities in Brooklyn.
Deed theft crimes are very complicated. And what we have found since the subprime market, that there has become an intricate, very sophisticated crime ring that has started within these little small banks that pop up. And so people are often led into these schemes.
A spokesperson for DA Gonzalez declined to comment specifically about Vira Jones's case, but did cite to Community Close-Up a recently obtained conviction against 68-year-old, now disbarred attorney Sanford Solon.
What is he? An attorney. A disbarred attorney. Like, this is one. It's millions of them. I'm telling you, once in a while they throw you somebody. You know how they throw Derek Chauvin out there after they showed him choking somebody on live camera to death? They throw you one. Right here, you throw them this one to make it seem like this scheme that we running, this hustle is real. Throw them one here, throw them one there. So he ain't even been sentenced yet. I think that's the one that just delayed his sentencing. Look at him. Zionists. They over here, man. They're all over here. People wonder, like, how come all these Zionists, Israel control Donald Trump? They're already here. The enemy from within. They're already here. These people, like, it has nothing to do about religion. These people are criminals, are frauds, scammers. These are the people that turned your ancestors into slaves, that legalized making people slaves. All those ships that was going to Africa to go bring people from Africa over here, who you think financed those ships? Who you think gave them insurance? I'm telling you, when they say they put them in ovens, you can understand why they put them in ovens. These people.
Of Midwood, Brooklyn. A judge found Solney targeted and defrauded 11 homeowners who were in foreclosure, homes which the DA's office successfully returned to them. That spokesperson adding,
they got 11. You have no idea how many other thousands that they got away from, that they stole from. Look how old he is. How many years you think they were doing that? That's scamming, stealing from people. Those people that you made homeless, that you have in the streets, maybe in jail, dead. You think they feel some? They'll think twice before pushing you inside of an oven. Like, this is what's going. This is not opinions. This is not how people feel. This is not like what tastes better, an apple or a banana. This is real life consequences. Stealing people's homes. People slave their whole life to be able to buy a place where they can go lay their heads. And then you got people like this that just sit down in their homes, don't work, don't do nothing, just plotting on ways to come steal your stuff. And then they pay off the police. They pay off the politicians. And it doesn't even matter if all those people went there and there's a law, they put a law against it. They're still going to do it. They're not going to be held accountable. They don't care about the laws. They don't care about none of that.
That the DA's office, quote, has a robust and active defraud unit that secured 31 indictments since 2017, all leading to convictions, including many jail sentences.
Yo, if they got 31 indictments and all of them led to convictions, knowing this system the way it works, those people were really, really guilty. I'm talking about their money couldn't buy them out of what they had done. Since 2017, 31 indictments, that's nothing. That's nothing to compare to all the millions of people that have lost their homes. I told you, they throw you some. They'll throw you some here, throw you some there. But the problem, the issue is still going to persist. We're just talking about housing. I'm not talking about all the, like, gas is going up. If you drive it and you go buy gas, yo, the last 2 months, the last month, gas been steadily going up. You want to bet me $1 that after the war, that gas is not coming back down to $2.40, $2.60? You could bet me $1. Let's bet $1 right now. Gas prices are never coming back down because these corporations pay these politicians to make it so. The politicians don't work for you or us, work for any of us. The politicians work for these billionaires and millionaires that give them money, give them protection, give them police for them to go ahead and do what they're doing in our communities.
We reached out to attorney Nicole Bernecki, who has no connection to Vira Jones's case, for her insight.
We have also a very liberal interpretation of contracts. There's a presumption that people know what type of agreement they are entering into, that they're doing it voluntarily and knowingly.
Speaking in general terms about the loan documents she's seen homeowners sign, Bernecki says it is crucial to carefully read every line of any agreement or contract and then seek out the advice of legal counsel you trust.
You hear that? You hear that? Like I'm saying, it's like a whole racket. It's a whole racket. Why are they giving you illegal documents for you to sign? Why are they giving you documents that are fraudulent, that is tricking you? How is that even legal? If the government, if the state is supposed to be here to protect us, the government, the state, they're supposed to be here to work for us. How is anybody allowed to give you a contract where they can come back later and steal your home? Because they're allowed to. You think the politicians are not smart enough to say, yo, if you put out a document like this, we're gonna lock you up? And I don't even know why they brought this lawyer up. She ain't even said nothing yet. She just said they're gonna come out with contracts that are that they're tricking you. You didn't need her to come up here. I hope she said something more.
They're designed in a way to make the borrower fail and these properties go into foreclosure.
What is that? The borrowers fail. They're designed to make. We don't know that already. Everybody don't know that. Why are they still allowed to make these contracts? Why are these people, these Zionists, not thrown in jail? There's no police running to go raid their homes, to go lock them up. They're here. They're the one that's creating this system. And then you got black people, you got other Spanish people, Latin people, however you want to qualify yourself, that participate in the same system. You're going to see what I mean by that in a second.
They stole my generational wealth.
Vira Jones does not dispute that's her signature on the loan and forbearance documents, which ultimately led to her losing her brownstone. What do you say to the people who are going to listen to your story? They're going to say, you are a woman of means. You're a developer. You own several properties over the last few decades. You know the process.
Yeah.
And that you just kept on pulling money out of this up to the point where you couldn't afford it, and the last refi failed.
Don't see it.
Yeah, see nothing. While everybody's losing their homes, people are getting kicked out, gentrification. Yo, she owned 11 properties. She part of the development. Yo, you turn around, she probably a slumlord. You see, but now when that happened to her, she got to come out here to go protest. She probably never been to a protest her whole life. She be at home. What do old people eat? I don't know what she's eating at home. I mean, knitting, doing whatever, looking at the TV, people out there fighting gentrification. She laughing and talking about them. She'll switch the TV channel. But now when they come get her, now she out there protesting. Don't try to switch it up. You part of the system. You're part of the system stealing people's homes, doubling, tripling people's rents. Now they done trick you. Now you want somebody to come stand and fight alongside of you. Now you're a revolutionary now. You out there. She going to start quoting Fred Hampton. She going to start listening to Tupac.
It seemed like you were just making me the criminal, the person that created it.
Making you a traitor. You part of it. You're a sellout. You're part of it. You're part of the scheme. You're part of the heist. The only reason why you're complaining now because they came and got you.
Not at all. I have never had any problems with doing a refinance until
they got you.
Decided to go to these predatory lenders. Their program is called Loan to Own.
They could prey on everybody else. It's okay. But when they come after you, now it's a problem. You never had a problem before. No, we never talked about predatory lenders in our community. What's the check people, Patience? Payday loans. All these people that's stealing from the community, we've been talking about it forever. People have been complaining about them forever. But you side with these people. You join in the business. And I'm not just talking about her. I'm talking about it's black folks now, it's Spanish folks now, it's folks right now that is joining in with the system because they can afford to do so. And they justify it. You can't have conversations with them. They justify it.
I don't care if you pay them every month until you get ready to do a refinance. You're not getting your house back.
Despite her claims of being deceived about the risk of signing those refinance loan documents, Community Close-Up wants to be crystal clear when it comes to Jones' former attorney, Yolanda Corrione, Majestic Crown, NYLLC, her refinance lender, and Majestic's attorney, Alan Weintraub. None of those parties have been found guilty in court of any wrongdoing in Jones' case.
I've been trying to get it.
Hey, yo, in the crime report, when you read Rutgers crime report on who owns Newark, who owns the property in Newark, because the corporations own all our homes in Newark. Only 30% of the people in Newark own their homes. The rest of it belongs to corporations. So when you in who owns Newark, they tell you that the politicians wrote policies, wrote laws, even all the way up to Obama, that enabled the banks and enabled these people to come into our communities and steal our homes. But then after they say all of that, they be like, nothing they did was illegal. Because they're the ones setting the tone on what's legal and what's not legal. They're the council people. They're the one that write the laws. So even in that, like when they just said that just now, when he just said nothing these people have done is illegal. Yeah, we know. Slavery was legal. Slavery used to be legal. Having human beings as cattle was legal. Turning them into capital was legal because these people made it legal.
For more than a year.
And it is still unclear whether her case will even make it to trial. Do you believe you're going to get this property back?
I believe I'm going to get the property back 100%. I just want to keep the pressure on. I'm getting this house back.
Yeah, sure you are.
And we will certainly keep tabs on Miss Jones' case.
Sure you are. You gave it back.
Okay, listen, I literally just got out of court 5 minutes ago because somebody tried to stake claim on my house. Let me tell you about it. Give me a second. I need you to rock with me real quick. There's a man named Sam Asghari. This is same Sam Asghari was embroiled in a legal battle with Kevin Spacey. So here's what happened. So I purchased this property that was in an HOA foreclosure. Why was it an HOA foreclosure? Because the gentleman that I purchased it from, this elderly gentleman, he fell ill. He was in the hospital for several months, and he fell behind on his HOA.
And she went and she found that. She went and go look for all this stuff, look for all these houses where people are messed up, they're sick, whatever. She's telling her story, but she part of the problem too. She's not trying to organize the people to try to liberate themselves for us to get our own institutions. She's using the system to exploit other people. And now she's about to explain how somebody came to take She stole from somebody else and stole it from her. There's no sympathy here. Like who are you talking to? Who is supposed to care about what they did to you? Look where she living at. She probably got a couple of properties. Yo, everybody keep talking race. Yo, race is secondary. Our primary issue is a class one. We have to deal with this class issue we have in our society, in our community. Because you hear these people go up there, they go on TV, they go on this news station, they talk about something. We need inclusivity. We need to have people that look like me there. But the people that look like me are nothing like me. They just wear this skin. They look like me, but they're not from the same class. They want to be the one that's making money off me. And people like us, we're never invited to those spaces. See, I don't be chasing to go to those spaces. I try to create my own. I learned that early. I try to create my own. I don't try to go joining them. I mean, but if I don't come to you, if I don't reach you, everybody that's here listening, if we're not coming, we're not sitting down talking, we're not creating our own space, all we're going to get is people like this, whatever, that wear our skin and try to use our skin to come look for sympathy when she was looking through people that were in the hospital to see who she can go try to bribe, pay off to steal their home, because that's a system that's in place, and she's going to manipulate and use that system rather than build a whole system that serve the people. She's going to go be part of that system exploiting people. This is how we are. This is what we have become.
And they ended up foreclosing on him. I think he was behind a few $1,000s with the attorney fees. It ended up being about $8,800. So this Sam Asghari went and purchased this HOA lien for $8,800. Well, the sellers went and appealed it. At that time, I'm in contract with them. Okay, so the sellers went to appeal it, and they go to court. They were able to appeal it, sold it to me. Okay, so this Sam Asghari, he appealed it to the Supreme Court. In January, it was denied by the Supreme Court. So what does he do? In March, he takes the deed that was invalidated by the courts when they overturned the foreclosure, and he records it on my property. How did I find out? I got a notification from Zillow. Zillow said a new home just sold in your neighborhood for $8,800. Look it up. Guess who it is? Lo and behold, it's mine. So now I have a home that's not in my name. I have the liability, which I have a mortgage, but I don't have the asset. Called my title company because title insures your title. Got an attorney. They filed the claim. He never responded. Didn't show up in court. Default judgment. Property's back to me. Here's the issue. If this guy went and...
Here's the issue. That you got money to go get a lawyer. That people in the hood don't have money to go get lawyers, to be able to fight, to be able to get their homes back. They come in, like, it's not about, enough with the race stuff, with the black stuff, because she just as black as any one of us. And she can play in this game. You said what? What you said? You just said something. You just came on and said something. Who was that? But be that as it may.
Recorded an invalid deed on me. I'm a real estate broker. I know better. How many people has he done this to?
She's a real estate broker. She knows better. So she runs around here stealing people's homes too.
You have to wonder. I looked him up. He had over 60 properties that he was in foreclosure on, or he was evicting from these properties. How many people has he been able to successfully do this to, and they had no recourse, they had no knowledge, no information on it? So,
you hear that? This is from a real estate person. She's telling you, you have no recourse. You have no knowledge on it. You have nothing. She's part of that system. She's working in that system. So what do you think about her? You think she's just a normal person, just like hey man, let's go, sister. She's the enemy too. She on the other side. She not on our side. I don't even know why they had her story in there. But this is what everybody saw last week. This is what went viral for everybody to see when they brought the police. They brought the police, politicians, all the people to come here, to come take this house from this woman, to give it to the Zionists. That's a woman, right? Because it's feminism. I mean, the problem in society is feminism. Everybody hate women. All men hate women. It's men's fault. Like I ever did anything to her. The problem is feminism, right? You don't see her standing up there with her gun, with her badge on, ready to go in and take somebody's house and give it to the Zionist. But you know, it's all men's fault. It's a man's fault. Men. They throw you any bone. Blame men for your whole life. Blame men. Forget the whole system that's in place. It's men. But look, the loudest up there. The system don't protect women. It protect men, huh? It protect poor black men in the hood, huh? That's what the system protect. What is the other one? The most dangerous, the most, what you call it? Most disrespected people. The most unprotected, most disrespected is women. That's a lie. The numbers don't bear that out. The numbers do not bear that out. They're not coming for just women. They're coming for class. Nobody's saying there's no patriarchy. I'm not saying patriarchy doesn't exist. Patriarchy, racism, all other isms, they all exist. But to say that the issue with the world is men against women, men, that's simple-minded, that's stupid. That philosophy is, I was about to say the R word. Look at him. I don't know what he is. I don't know if he's Asian. I don't know if he's black. I don't know if he's Spanish. I don't know what the hell he is. But he's up there with his jacket on and his camera. The camera's right there. They're not even afraid of what they're doing. Because when they go back to their offices, this is what they're supposed to do. Come and take our resources and transfer it to other people. So you come up here and be like, yo, Latino X this, yo, black this, yo, black power, black. Man, none of my want to hear none of that. It's a class struggle, goddammit. That's Fred Hampton. It's a class struggle. Look, like they're literally fighting to break into somebody's home to give it to some Zionists. Look at him. Look at that black ass one. Look at him. You like he African or something. Look at him. Look at them. They're all up there, bro. What you gonna tell me? It's black, 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 black? Black, 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 black? It's a class struggle. If you don't see it, there's something wrong with you. We keep highlighting the contradiction, hoping those of you that are in our class, those of you that are poor, you're working paycheck to paycheck, you're barely able to keep your head over water, your gas too high for you, food is too expensive, rent is too high, you live in the worst community, you send your children to the worst schools. We're talking to you. But they're influencing you. They're telling you, you hear people like Al Sharpton and all these different people come around that say they're speaking for us, the politicians telling you, yo, it's a racial thing, it's a racial thing. When we're drowning in the class struggle. Well, he's a sergeant. You see the stripes? I think that means he's a sergeant. Yeah, 3 stripes. 1, 2, 3. He is sergeant. So you be like, yo, call the sergeant. Get your supervisor. They're all in on the grift. Be like, yo, I want a black cop to do it. I want black cops to come over here. Let's hire more black cops. They're all part of the grift. Man, my bad, y'all. Let me go back. Let me go back real quick. Let me go back. Where is he at? Look, this one right here, he's a detective. He's a detective. They got all levels of police out here, and they're all in it together to steal property from the people and give it to these Zionists. Yeah, the people talk about thief. What are the police out there doing? Do the police look like they're protecting and serve? It's like they're serving the people out there? If today in 2026 you're still walking around thinking like the police are the good people, there's something wrong with you. You need to be mentally checked. You see, if you're getting money and you're part of the system, I understand why you're doing it. It makes a lot of sense. That's how you're paying your bills. You're eating too. But if you're the one being oppressed in our hoods, and you going along with this stuff, talking about the police, we need more police in our communities, there's something wrong with you. You a plant. I think it's her property. I think this property is hers that they're trying to steal from her. See, and that's the locksmith. He look like he from India somewhere. They gonna call him up. He come up. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. We in a class struggle. They got the Rainbow Coalition of people up there to come and steal that woman home. They got the black cop, the white cop, the woman cop, the Indian dude. They got everybody. They got everybody here to steal from you. And then you get some scammer that'll come to you and be like, hey, man, yo, they doing this because of our race. I mean, let's only work with black people. Let's only work with black people. Let's talk pro-black stuff. Why is a black person that's coming to shoot you in the back, shoot your child in the back? Nobody want to talk about class because then it shines a light on them, on how they participate in the system.
If y'all touch me, I'm suing. I'm suing.
That's the woman that was standing at the door. That's the white woman that was standing at the door just now. Yo, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see in my view now, 5 people holding one person down. I think it's a woman. I think it's a woman that the 5 of them are holding down. Why take your five of y'all? That's what we see. I'm quite sure it's more people holding her down. But this is your tax dollars. This is what you pay taxes for. This is what you paid for police. Listen, go right there. It's all men. She's working with all these men to tackle a woman down there. People trying to fight to keep their home. But if you pull her aside, I mean, what's the problem? I'm a feminist. Men are the problem. The problem in my life is men. I'm scared of men. Men are scary. This all stuff you see on social media. Talking about black men are scary. You ask these people, the most dangerous thing out here, they would say is black men.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Take your hands off my back. Don't touch me.
Like that. Look, he got his hand on her. Why do you have your hand on her? Why do you have your hand on her? These are people that's supposed to be serving us, right? Did you get it through your thick skull yet? Did y'all get it through your thick skull yet that they're not here to protect you? Did you get it through your thick skull yet? Like, how many videos do you need? What do you need to get it through your thick skull that these people are not here to serve you? This is April 22nd, a few days ago. I think what's today, the 26th, the 24th? Today's the 26th. What else do you need to understand these people are not here to serve you?
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Just get your hands off me. Don't touch me.
I want to make sure you're okay. I don't want you to
There go one white woman. There go another one over here. That look like a woman back there. That's like another woman back there. And that's another woman they grab and take it away. For people trying to fight to keep their stuff. Yo, you sitting here, you watching this stuff going around the world, and you keep saying, like, what does have to do with me? If they ain't get to you yet, they're going to get to you sooner or later. You think you're safe right now, but they're coming. They start off with the people that can't protect themselves. They embolden themselves, thinking that they're tough. Then they're going to come after you, too, because they done got rid of all of us. They got... Man.
And we are ensuring
that city government is doing its part to protect vulnerable homeowners. The Office of Deed Theft Prevention will coordinate closely with HPD and our city's Commission on Human Rights homeowners. The Office of Deed Theft Prevention.
The office, because after it happened, after the council person had got locked up, they all that everybody brought the camera, so you know Mandani, when he wins, everything's gonna be different. So you know what Mandani got for you? The Office of Deed Theft Prevention. So they're gonna get an office. If you live in Newark, New Jersey, you know how they got the Office of Nonviolence, they got the Office of this, the Office of that, downtown Newark, and that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. They ain't doing nothing here. They don't hold nobody accountable. They're gonna create an Office of Deed Theft Prevention. So the people that he need to give money to that worked on his campaign, the people he owe favors to, these people are going to work in all them offices, getting big six-figure salaries to do absolutely nothing but make you think they're doing something. That's how this scam works. That's how this hustle works. It's all a scam. Look at his muscle head. This is the person that you think is coming to come fight for you in New York. But I really know most New Yorkers don't vote. Most New York, just like everywhere else, the people don't even pay attention to any of this. The only people that vote is people that make money, work in the schools, they work down in City Hall, they work in government. These are the people that really vote. The masses of the people don't vote. They don't participate in the system no more because they know it's rigged. You know, they had a school board election in Newark last week. 2.9% of the people in the city voted. 2.9%. And I think those numbers are high. The only thing I'm asking myself, as General Secretary, who are these 2.9 people? Who are these 2.9 people that still go out here and vote? And it's people that work in these systems, people that work in these institutions, because they have to delude themselves that these things work, that going to go vote changes anything, when it changes absolutely nothing.
We'll coordinate closely with HPD and our city's Commission on Human Rights to educate homeowners across the 5 boroughs, particularly those in neighborhoods with the highest rates of predatory reverse redlining.
You know when they say about they catch somebody with a gun, like we catch you with a gun, you going to jail. They're not talking about locking these people up that's preying on people. They're not talking about going after these predators. They're going to open offices that's going to talk to their other crooked offices about doing nothing, about the scam, the schemes, the hustle that they're all part of. They're all guilty of. Those people probably donated money to them. This is what we're dealing with.
And the team will work with the Homeowner Help Desk to provide resources and connect property owners to legal counsel. And
hey, how does legal counsel work when they connect them to legal counsel for housing? The legal counsel work with the judges and the other agencies to get people removed from their homes. That's how it works in real time when they create all these agencies. It's just bureaucracy for you to go through. But at the end of the day, you still lose your home. They're not saying anybody that come up with anything, bring paperwork. Yo, if you have any contract that look like you're trying to catch somebody, you're going to jail. They're not saying that. They're not saying we're going to lock all these people. They're not saying none of that. We're going to just direct you to counsel, the dumbest counsel we got, that's going to be able to help take your house. That's all they got to offer for you, stupid.
With the offices of the Attorney General and the District Attorney to crack down on those committing.
Where's the Attorney General now? Where's the District Attorney now? They told you this has been going crazy since 2013. We're in 2026. Where are all these legal people at? You think the people on the streets know more about this than people that are supposed to be getting paid to do this job? How is the Attorney General allowing this to happen? Because he was standing up there with Tish James. He said, I'm up here with Attorney Tish James. She's telling me that since 2013 to 2022, it's like 13,000 cases. Why she ain't been locking people up? Why she hasn't stopped it? Why do people got to go in front of their house and have a protest? After they pay taxes for all you people to get jobs, to make six-figure salaries. This is the biggest scam in the world. I'm talking about the government, this society. This is the biggest scam anywhere. There's nowhere else in the world that's more corrupt than the American government. Their corruption is a way of life. It's right in front of you. And then when you challenge them, they lie. From the top down. Look at Donald Trump. When has Donald Trump ever spoken that he wasn't lying? All these people. Yo, they got a press secretary. I don't even know her name no more. I stopped even listening to them. Because these people are professional liars. That should be the title. They're press secretary. Professional liars. That's what they do. They don't tell you nothing. They tell people nothing. They work for the politicians, not for the people. But we paid them.
To Mayor Mamdani. You know, can I be real for a second? I hate this narrative around this mayor not being a mayor for black people. The last.
See what I'm talking about? I guess the video's not here. I guess I didn't put the video here with what you call it. Hey, I guess I didn't put the video when they grabbed him and dragged him because he didn't deserve for me to show the video anyway. But look, listen to what he just said. He talking about Mamdani. He about to say people gonna say that Mamdani don't care about black people, but Mamdani came and got him, help him get out of jail, whatever, and he put in this office together that's gonna do absolutely nothing. So now he's saying Mamdani's look at him with that grin on his face. When the people still out there don't have their homes. They're going to circle the wagon. He's a politician. But the people think these frauds are out here to work for them. Or they try to convince the people the frauds are out here to work for them. This is in New Jersey right here. Yo, I don't know, maybe I'm stupid. But this is supposed to be law right here. This is supposed to be the law. New Jersey Division of Consumer Affairs has proposed amendments to regulations regarding towing of motor vehicles. Whatever NJ whatever blah 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 la la la. They're all lying. It's all lies. Yo, when we say that these laws are fake, that there are no laws, these people are not held accountable, these corporations are not held accountable, that they have all these laws just to have them. Yo, I used to start off by reading in the Black Jacobins, where there was a part in I think Tucson, was it? I don't know who said it. But they said, like, there was no reason to ever trust anything these imperialists say. Any oath, they don't keep no oaths. They don't keep nothing. There's no law that they've ever written, that they've ever held on to or ever respected. Yo, we see it in the White House. You see it in the United Nations. They go around bombing countries, starting wars that for no reason other than for them to get rich, for them to go over there and do land grab. They're blowing people out of the water. They're blowing boats out of the water. They sit up in the White House. They sit up in Washington, D.C. and press buttons and blow people out of the water. Nobody holds them accountable. All of this stuff is illegal. Starting wars with countries is illegal. Bombing children is illegal. Bombing schools, bombing hospitals, bombing journalists, killing this. All of it is illegal. None of these people go to jail. So that's why we say this is lawless. There's no laws here. It don't matter if you learn the law back and forth. Nothing is going to change. Even if you know the law, they still will act like there's no law. Prohibits a person from towing a motor vehicle from private property unless he or she satisfies certain conditions. You got to have their licenses. Exempt towing authorized by law enforcement officers from prohibition in NJ blah blah blah. Requires a towing company to release a motor vehicle to its owner or operator when the vehicle has been hooked or lifted but has not yet been removed from the property. Hey, yo, I'm gonna go back and read it again. Requires a towing company to release a motor vehicle to its owner or operator when the vehicle has been hooked or lifted but has not yet been removed from the property. This is not my law. This is the law that they're supposed to have. Exempt towing authorized by law enforcement officers from these release, whatever. That don't mean nothing. The one that means something is right here. They're not supposed to tow the car. But what do they do? What do they do every day in our city? What do they do? This happened Thursday. I was coming home. So I called the family like, yo, y'all want something to eat? After a long discussion, because they don't never know what they want to eat. I don't know why women don't never know what they want to eat. Never, ever, 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 ever. But they're hungry, though. So after a long conversation, hanging up the phone like 3 times, they say they want some Popeyes. So I came to Popeye's, hurried up. I parked up here illegally. I parked there illegally. There's yellow lines. I'm going to say it again, illegally. See, but I didn't know these people were here on some predatory ish, just sitting there waiting. I just went out going to pick up my food and get in. So I come back outside. I see they got my car on, hooked up. So I'm like, bro, put the car down. Because according to the law, everybody in Newark, most people in Newark, they've been dealing with it. They know the law. You're supposed to put it down. They're supposed to get paid a drop fee, and they're supposed to leave the car. That's what's supposed to happen. But in reality, they don't do that. Even though I just showed you the law, they don't do it. Why don't they do it? When they take the car, you have to pay, instead of me paying $60, $70, $80 right there, now I have to pay $275. So now they get to keep, like, that. What's the markup on that? From $80 to $275, what's the markup on that? What's the markup on that? I mean, that's why they don't want to put it down. But then, like, the police are there. The police are supposed to tell them to put the car down. The police don't do that because the police belong to them. I just showed you the video of them stealing people's homes. I just showed you the video. So you already know what's about to happen here. But why do we say anything? Why do we make the videos? Yo, as Panthers, it is our duty to highlight the contradictions from what they say and what they do. From what they say. Like, trying to convince people, trying to convince you, because like our duty is to try to show the people, show everybody out there, like, yo, this is what they're doing. This is what we need to do. So you have to highlight the contradiction. I'm about to play the video.
See the window fitted, right? I came to the car, he put my car, I came my car, I got it, but I can't open the window, so I was talking to him. But he was like, yeah, all right, put it down. So I'm just like, you know, I sit in the car, I waited for a couple of minutes, I said, put it down. He didn't put it down, I came over there, shut the window. I'm like, all right, let's see what he's trying to do. They got pushed out so long. I went on the other side, rolled the window down. He's like, bro, put my car down. But they wasn't talking to me. They're like, yo, you about to take the car, take the car to me. Yo, how I know? When you step out, they're supposed to put the car down. You pay your little fee, and that's it. So they be supposed to put the car down, bro. But he came out the car. I'm like, yo, bro, put the car down. From which one? The other dude came up from behind me and basically.
Yo, after I told him that, there's nothing to talk about no more. If you're there to protect the people in the community, yo, they should just be going to jail. The police are supposed to call an impound lot to tow their tow truck. Because my car is still on the hook. So, like, I'm not lying. And then the person that maced me, they have him in their truck. I told him, he walked over, the sergeant came. First of all, when he came, he didn't come talk to me. He went and talked to them first. He went and talked to the corporation, the person that's working for Denty's. Because Denty's is the one that's towing and stealing people's stuff in the city, stealing people's cars. They've been stealing for decades. The first owner, I think it was their father. Their father, he died in 2009 and passed the business on to his children. I don't know if he was in the mob. I don't know if these people are in the mob. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what hold they got on these people at City Hall. I have no idea. But for decades, the Denty's family, I think Carmine or something like that, these people are Italian or something. That last name Denty's is Italian or Portuguese. That's what the people say. They don't know if it's Italian or Portuguese. I mean, but these people have been in the community stealing. Every single person in Newark that has a car knows about Denty's, that they come and steal. And if they don't steal your car, if that's not all they do, they steal the stuff you got in the trunk, the stuff you got in the back seat, and the police department is here to protect them. The sergeant walked up. They done maced me already. They done already maced me. They They got my car hooked up. Now the sergeant come. As soon as I told them they maced me, they were supposed to be getting locked up. You know who they locked up? They locked up the black kid. They put the black kid in the car. They want, you go work for them. You working for Massa. You out here. You want to be the head cotton picker, the head cotton picker abuser, the overseer. So while I'm talking to this dude that put my car down, bro came around and maced me. They grabbed him, threw him in the car, and they took him away. So then I'm talking to the sergeant. Like, if I don't have the video, the sergeant going to say I'm yelling at him. I'm being disrespectful to him. That's why he didn't do what he was supposed to do. That I assaulted him. That I did. Yo, so we always got the video open. You saw the video. You saw me talking to him. I told him. I went to go get something to eat. I ain't lie. I kept it a buck. I parked my car right here. Yeah, it's illegal. Let me pay my ticket. Let me pay my fine and get my car and keep it going. For me making that mistake, I'm supposed to pay for that. What, $80? I'm not supposed to pay $275. And it's not only $275 you got to pay, because then they got another business. They got another business out there. Where is it at? Yeah, right here. Right here. This is, so like when, around the corner from here, this is downtown Newark on Broad. So around the corner is Franklin Street, where they're supposed to release your car. So now you got to go there to go get the car released. But since they got your insurance and registration in the car, because everybody keep the insurance and registration in the car, they've made a deal with these people here that you go here and you could go over there and you could print up your your insurance. You got to pay them $5. Aside from whatever aside from whatever however you got here, whatever Uber, anything you pay, you got to pay them. After you pay them, they're $5. After you pay them, because I had to give money out, give it to her, I'll give her that $20, and she gave me $15 back, and she printed out the progressive thing. And now I go into Franklin. Franklin said, Franklin Street, right around the corner from them, was like, nah, we don't have the car. It's the other dentist. So these people got more than one dentist now. They don't stole so much. They don't open up different, like 3-4 different dentist companies. This one is over there by Frelinghuysen. So we have to go all the way here. This guy that you see standing here, that dude is in the halfway house. They're not even paying him what they're supposed to pay him because he's in the halfway house. They're stealing his money. They're not hiring people from the community to work there. Or they have a bunch of people that are from in jail or people that are from like South America or something. People that you don't have to pay. That is what these corporations are doing in the community. They don't provide jobs to the people. Go around, drive around in the city. Every construction site, everything that you see going on is people that they call undocumented. This is who they're paying. And you think you're not going to have people in the community that don't understand how capitalism works, how imperialism works. People don't understand that. All they see is what they see with their eyes. So now people running around attacking these people, saying like, how come these people, they got all the jobs in the community? It's not dumb. It's these people that own these corporations. They hired this brother. He in the halfway house. He ain't even come home from prison yet. They got him standing there guarding our cars that they stole from the community. These people are nowhere around. The Carmine, the dentist people, they're nowhere here. They hire people like this douchebag right here. They hire people like him. Look at them. These people are tow truck drivers, but they got on bulletproof vests because they know they're stealing and scamming from the community. So they run around with bulletproof vests all day. Why is somebody in a tow truck walking around with bulletproof vests? Because they know what they're doing. They know this. Go ahead,
Chairman,
yeah.
it's me. Anybody in the audience, please take a picture of that. Share it around because we all got to protect each other. If you see these predatory tow companies around, put the alert out. Let everybody know that these people are out and you need to protect yourself.
Yeah, we need to do more than that. We need to do way more than that. We need to follow them around. We need to get their schedule. I'm trying to find their schedule. I went back to the same place to drive around to see if they were there. Because if it's up to me, they're not towing nobody's car no more. Everybody sitting around, you watching movies. You're like, nah, they would never do that to me. Man, if I was a slave, man, you wouldn't have did nothing. You wouldn't have did nothing. You're not going to get up and go organize to build with anybody. You're not going to hold none of these people accountable. You're not going to go to no meetings. You're not going to learn about the issue. You wouldn't have did nothing back then, just like you do nothing now. But I ain't like that. That's not how I'm built. That's not how I'm built. So I'm going to find where they are. I'm going to find their schedule. I'm going to make it impossible for them to make money around here anymore. That's what we should be doing. The people should be standing up like, yo, we tired of this. Ain't no more of this no more. We're not allowing them to steal from our communities no more. That's where the people should be at. That's the only place. Not talking about going to vote for more politicians that's going to look at this. This is what this look. These people right here, He's in position of power. He's in position of power. He's in position of power. This is the school board. They got their own team of people that they're putting up, and all these people working together. This is the deputy, whatever, mayor, whatever he is, Rahman Muhammad, the one that he said 90% of the people in Newark are capitalists. He said 90% of the people in Newark are capitalists. And this is their campaign stuff. Nobody in the city voted for them. Remember I told you 2.9 people came out and voted? It's dumb. Because people know the system is rigged. Even if you come out to vote. Because, like, it's not just this. We're in 2026. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Go all the way back to the 70s. No matter who the people try to put in position of power, rent still went from $8 a month all the way to $2,500 a month. No matter who you put in office. So after a while, people like, yo, the system is rigged. There's nothing to do. Like, I'm not even going to vote no more. So you get these people. Ras Baraka, the son of Amiri Baraka. He's the head scammer right now in Newark. Ras Baraka is the head scammer. Buckethead scammer in Newark. This one right here. Teresa Ruiz. Like Latinx, Spanish, whatever. Look at this one. Annabelle Ramos. Latinx. These are the people maintaining our suffering. You don't need white people here no more. You got these people. Yeah, Hassani Council. His father's in the council, city council. This is all the team. So you think like, yo, I'm going to go run somebody for office. Yo, all these people are working against you. There's a whole edifice, a whole system in place to go after you. And what do we say? We say this ain't how we do it. You don't fix none of this by going through their system. Their system is corrupt. Their system is in place to steal from us, to take from us. That's what imperialism is. These people are leeches. We say what George Jackson said. Anybody that passes a civil exam test today can kill me tomorrow. Any one of them, these people here can kill you tomorrow. Because they work for the government. They work for those imperialists. They don't work for you. They're not here to serve you. That's why your children are still stupid, can't read. You go to work, you got 2, 3 jobs to try to afford a place to sleep, a place for your children to sleep, to feed your children. And these people are at the city council, city school board to maintain the ignorance in the community. That's their only duty. They're not here to fix nothing. They're in office now. You think the grades are going to be better next year? You think the grades are going to be better the year after that? All of them will do absolutely nothing. Show me whoever you voted for, and I'll show you a politician that will do nothing for you. They go Mandani. What did he say? I'm going to go get an office. I'm going to go get an office and start a program to look into this. You big dummy. That's all they got to offer you. They have nothing to offer you. And as Panthers, we saying like, yo, walk away from this system. Let's create our own. How does that look? Yo, let's put our money together and start buying our own properties, our own homes. Let's see them come try to steal it. It's 350,000 people that live in Newark. 1,000 of us working together. 1,000 of us working together, pulling our resources together. And when they pull up, we say, you know what? We're going to send 300 people. Every time the police or anybody pull up, 300 people got to show up. We all on call. How are they going to deal with that? They don't even have enough people. And then when we start to organize and we start to build, other people going to want to join in. Because they're going to be losing their homes too. In the next 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, people are going to be vanishing. They're going to be removing people. Because they cannot afford to stay here. The math is not adding up. The math not mathing. All these people are going to be getting removed. But there's nothing here. There's nothing else here for them to go to. As Panthers, we're supposed to be that. We're supposed to build that in the community. That's why I'm a Panther. I mean, when they came, yo, we showed them. We showed them the law. Let me go back. We showed them the law. They don't care about the law. They don't care. We showed them the law. This dude came to the. No, let me play the video.
You want to take that back? You want to take it back? Drop.
Yo, he came to the car because he told them to tow the car. So I went and sat in the car. I'm like, man, fuck it, man. Like, we going to, excuse me. But I got in the car like, yo, we going to go wherever we going to go with this. So I came and sat in the car. Then I started thinking to myself, the last time ICE came, the last time we approached ICE to highlight the contradiction, we got too close. And they almost got out of hand. And our duty is not there to confront them. We don't have the army to confront them. I mean, like, if you confront them by yourself and you're trying to be a hero, like, you're just going to be a dead hero, and the problem going to still persist. So we had a meeting after that, and I told the comrade that was with me, like, yo, when we deal with these people, you can't get into confrontation with them. So when I got in the car, he came over there, because I was seeing red. I was ready to escalate this to wherever it was going to go. But then I thought about it. I'm like, you do that, you're just gonna get locked up. They're still taking the car. You're not stopping them from taking the car. You're gonna get locked up. Now you got to go get a lawyer to get locked up. They're gonna hit you with resisting arrest. They're gonna try to put you away because that's what they've been waiting for. So I said, let me get out the car, man. Not, as much as I didn't want to get out, I wanted to be confrontational. I said, let me get out. But you know what he said? The car telling me, he wants me to apologize for saying he's behaving like he has a personal vendetta against me. So he wants me to apologize to him. Yo, listen to this.
You want to take it back?
Do I want to take it back? Take back what I said, because I guess his camera on. I don't know if he's trying to, like, I don't know why he asked me to take it back. But he was adamant that I should take it back. Take it back, that he's trying to work against me, that he has a personal vendetta against me, that I should take that back. Look at him grabbing the car like it belonged to him, like he paid registration, he paid insurance. Look at him grabbing the car. Look at him. Yo, watch it. Yo, look at him going inside my car, son. Look at him going inside the car. If it wasn't for the law, if it wasn't for nothing else, why can't I just punch him right in his fucking mouth? Why can't I just punch him in his mouth and get it over with? Because that's what he's waiting for. That's what he wants. That's how he's reaching inside my property. He's putting his hand inside my car. Because I'm an animal, man. They don't see us as valuable. They see us as animals, as cattle. They don't go to the police to say, like, yo, we're out there to protect the taxpayers, the residents. That's not what they tell them at the police academy. And when they go back, whatever they're doing. They're here to protect the corporations, to help them steal from us.
I see where we go. There's no need for him to get in the car.
It's his car. What did you talk about?
It's a weird shit.
Somebody, you want to take that back? Like somebody owe you shit.
You just said it. Yo, their boss is saying, but he said because they abandoned me, they got to take it.
That's exactly what he just said.
He just told them that. He said they're supposed to put it down.
If he would have came nice, like what are you
talking about? I just showed you the case of whatever it is, it's the law. And you saying like they're still gonna take my car. So to me, it seems like you got a personal vendetta against me.
So why y'all not following the law?
Yo, why he not going to jail? He's the one that helped me, but the other one that makes he's over here towing my car, taking my car now. Now I gotta go pay something to get my car back. After he held me and they make and then the boss just said they would have given me my car, but because they're mad at me, they got to take it back. That is not law. And you ask me why I feel the way I feel about you because of what I just said to you. No, because the way you behave, your actions. You're there about to take my car. I mean,
and they keep telling us like, yo, we here to work for you. We're working for you. We're trying to help you out here. We're trying to help you out. And like they're standing here like they're letting them take our car.
Yeah, that's why I'm supposed to pay the money. You keep doing all this shit like you're doing.
I didn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
You ain't doing nothing. Get the faggot ass out of here. Bitch ass out of here. You're a bitch.
Yo, this is the black cops that they say, yo, bring more black cops. Hire more black police. Bring more black police, and then everything in our community is going to be better. This is what the politicians say. Bring more black police. Yo, he's a traitor. He's a sellout, a bootlicking Uncle Tom. Every single pig is a bootlicking Uncle Tom because they work for the system to steal from the people. And we're here to highlight the contradiction and show you. Yo, the law is there. The law is clear as day that they're supposed to put the truck down. But the police came to let them, to make sure they take the car. So now I have to pay them $275 instead of like $80. And they do this all day, every day. Every day they're doing this to people. No, who's going to hold them accountable? Who you going to go report them to? Other than 1,000 of us showing up. That's the only power we have. The power of the people. Me by myself, they're going to do this. They're going to do what they want to do. The Black Panther Party, you could have the original Black Panther Party here. What they going to do? They're going to shoot them. They're going to kill them and make every one of you afraid to be a Panther. Until everybody wake up and say enough is enough, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. Bringing black cops, having cameras, having any of that means absolutely nothing. Will do nothing. This is the reality we are in. I mean, we're in Gaza 2.0, man. Yo, this is the highest stage right here of imperialism. That's what we're dealing with. Gaza is like 80 years behind us, like 200 years. Like the people they haven't submitted. They haven't submitted. They made you submit. They made us submit. Now we send our children to go protect their system. That's somebody's son. That's somebody's father, daughter, maybe daughter. But this is what they're doing. Now he's laughing. He's mocking. Because I showed them the law. I'm like, why you not telling him to put the car down? He shrugged his shoulders. But this is what he was waiting for. He was waiting for this right here. See that? Look. This is what he waited for. He put his hand right there. Look, he put his hand up there. He touched somebody. Now I'm going to lock you up. Look, listen to him. You see him? He thought he had a Vic. Yo, we stood right there. His mother got in front, and I got in front between them. Because that's what he wanted to do. Look at his eyes got big. Look, I'm about to go arrest him now. Because that's what he's waiting for. Don't come there to do no job. Don't come there to work for the people. I'm going to play it back again to see the hand touch, to see why his eyes got big. Look at him. Yo, right now he's embarrassed. He's ashamed to be doing what he's doing. I mean, he don't want to leave. Like, he know he should leave. He don't want to lose his job. He don't want to do what he really want to do. He want to take that gun out and shoot us. But we embarrassing him for being a sellout. So he mad. Now, look, watch when their hands touch. This is what he waiting for. This is what he been waiting for. He been waiting for somebody to give him a reason to lock them up. Right there. That little touch. That's what he want to go jump on. If nobody was there, if the camera wasn't there, he probably would have shot him. And that's why I be saying discipline. You got to be disciplined. You can't give them what they want. You can't come in there being all erratic and give them what they want. And that's what he wanted. That's what he wanted right there. You ain't locking nobody up.
You could have been left.
You don't want to lock them up.
You could have been left. You could have been left. You could have been left with the freaking.
Yo, where the good cop at? You know, every incident they be like, yo, they're good cops. Where's the good cop at? We just watched two different places. One was in New York, and this one is in New Jersey. All the cops you seen, where's the good cop at? Nah, man, but that's it for today, man. If anybody got something, you can talk to me, man. But that's it for today. It's really like we on our own out here. We on our own. Unless we start to organize together, there's nothing we could do to deal with these people. On Friday, it's May 1st. We going out to New York. We're going to have a table out there. Rodrigo, where we going to be at, Rodrigo?
We're going to be at Washington Square Park at between 12 and 12 o'clock p.m.
Between 12 and...
Correct. Yeah, we're going to have a table out. We're going to have shirts to be given out with the donations. And we're also going to be advertising political education classes, and just talk about Pantherism in general.
I mean, because, like, yo, these are the things we go through in our community. We go through this every single day. So it's like people wonder how come people can't save no money. People, it's impossible. It's impossible to be able to climb out this reality because they got taxes coming from everywhere. So we talking about going to New York. Yo, you got to pay money just to go into Manhattan. So I guess you pay on the highway, crossing the bridge. And then once you go in there, you got to pay money in there too. So by the time you leave out of there, you don't pay like, what, $50, $60 for what? For what? But the politicians made this happen. This is the reality that they have created. So the question is, do you accept it? You good with it? You good with reality the way it is? You good with the world the way it is? Or are you tired of it? We tired of it. We looking for people that's tired of it. Yo, like that company, I should be suing them. I am gonna sue them. I'm gonna scrape up whatever pennies I could scrape up, but I gotta go find one of these shicey lawyers or whoever to try to go get money to try to sue these people. Because what they did was illegal. They stole money from me with no gun.
I'm tired of it. I'm sorry that happened to you. It just happened to my family. During a memorial, as my cousin crossed over, they actually harassed my family at the repast in Hoboken.
Hey, Toya, your name LaToya?
LaToya, yes.
LaToya,
yes. I live in Hoboken, born and raised in Hoboken. They actually harassed my family. I thought my sister was talking to me at the table. I'm a vision impaired. I thought my sister was. I'm talking to my sister. I think my sister was sitting at the table beside me at the chair, and I'm talking to myself. And a dispute actually had broke out outside. They actually harassed my family outside at the repast.
Hey, LaToya, you said you can't see?
No. I can see. I can see you. I have no light perception. No. Please excuse me. So let me explain. I have no light perception in my right eye. I was born with a birth defect, so I lost my vision and my right eye went totally, I don't want to use the blind word, so I have no light perception in my right eye. Gotcha. But I do have light perception in my left eye. I had a stroke in my left eye 2 years ago. My father crossed over, so I did lose some sight in my left eye, but I do see you.
All power. Now, what I wanted to say was, yo, I liked how you just cut in. Like, yo, this is a conversation. I don't want people to be quiet. So, like, when I'm talking, because I got to carry the show, I got to keep talking, whatever. But I like how you cut in and just, like, because we having a conversation. I mean, like, I'm feeling that, whatever. But that's crazy. So what did your family do?
Oh, I'm like, what actually happened? And then my family actually explained. And at the repast, my cousin brother, I call him my cousin brother. I was so heartbroken that he actually had to go. That's my cousin brother. So that's my mother's nephew. Unfortunately, my aunt. That's my second aunt. It was her son, and that's her son, but he actually had to go. But eventually, my family got harassed. I don't know actually exactly what happened, but it was one tough cop, and he was a I don't want to use the word white, but he was Caucasian. Yeah. And he was a tough one. And came over and harassed my family. And it was my nephews and others, and my oldest brother came out, and it went on. And he thought he was a tough one. And he came, and he harassed my family.
Yo, thank you for sharing that story with us. Yo, look, you're always welcome here. I don't know how. Is this your first time here?
No, I've been on Grown Folks since this is gonna be 4 years.
No. I'm talking about to this show.
No. I come on Black Panther, but I just happened. So let me see who's on right now. And I'm sitting back listening to your story. So I'm not on the video, so I'm sitting back listening to y'all they're describing it. So I just wanted to know, y'all describing the video. So I'm like, let me just listen to how y'all describing it.
Am I doing good describing it?
Yeah. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. So I caught on to every bit of it. So no, it happened right here in Hoboken. So no, I don't accept it.
Gotcha.
It should never happen during my cousin memorial at my cousin repast. It should never happen. My cousin should never have gotten harassed like that.
And you're 100% correct. It's not supposed to happen. That's why we pay taxes. That's why we pay their paychecks. We pay it. The people, they take money from us. When you go to work, whatever check you get, they take money out to pay all these people. And then they come in the community. It doesn't matter if you got the law, if you're showing them the law. It does not matter. It's how they feel and who they want to benefit from that experience, who they think has the power. You see, to them, they think dentists has all the power. So they allow dentists to do that. See, but they don't know me yet. They don't know me yet, but they're gonna get to know me, though. But
I hear in your voice. They don't know you, but they're going to find out.
Yeah, they're definitely going to find out. If I'm driving around the city to look for them. Wherever they at, they're not towing no more cars out here no more. They're not squatting on people to tow people cars. That ain't going down no more. I mean, we're going to play that game. I mean, but if nobody else got something, we about to end it right here for this week. I mean, it's beautiful coming out here to talk to you good people. I mean, but till next week, going once, going twice. Oh, go ahead. Man, I told you, just cut in.
Yeah, sorry. I've been working on that, so it's sort of been like on the back of my mind because I tend to talk over people, and my object of focus consumes my attention. But all I wanted to say is, you know what they say: play stupid games, win stupid prizes. So.
Yes. Word up. I mean, but look, if you got issues, if you're going through stuff in your life, record it. Because we all going through that. I don't care if it's housing. I don't care what it is. We are all going through all these things in our lives, and we keep it to ourselves as if we're the only one going through it. Instead of using people power to attack them, Like we was talking before when the show first started, we talking about Megabyte. Megabyte came to the show a couple of times, and we had conversations. Now they got him locked up out there somewhere in Detroit. Megabyte reached out to his friend. He called us. We started calling the facility. We called lawyers out there to go help him. I mean, like, you are not alone. You are not alone. We are not alone. We are just not organized. Everybody's fighting these battles on their own. You cannot fight these people. They got lawyers from Wall Street. They got the police. They got the money. They got everything on their side. The only weapon we have is the people, and that's the best weapon ever. They cannot defeat the people. So
hey, Chairman, I wanted to say something. So bear with me, and I apologize if this is out of line. But as a Caucasian male, excuse me, I'm just curious if I was to challenge this guy from this towing company with the law the way you did. I'm genuinely curious. How would he respond to me not being, being Caucasian versus how he responded to you? Also, why did he think that it was okay to mace you? Did you threaten him? Did you show, physical? Did you do any? No, you didn't. So I'm not sure why these people can walk around like they own the street. And I'm just genuinely curious. With me being Caucasian, would he mace me? Would he mace me? Excuse me.
Sir. Being black in America is a threat itself.
Who said that? David?
Yeah, that's me, David.
Okay. No, David said, being black in America alone. Remember, being black in America alone, you get shot for that. I mean,
right.
but we're in a class war. So, like, if you white and you grew up from Newark and you got a truck like that's like from 2008. Because, number one, this is the truck that we pick up the kids to do the after-school program, that we pick up to do the sporting events, to do all the stuff we do, the work we do in the community for free. This is the truck that we use. So, like, it's an old truck. It's, like, from 2008, I think. The mechanic told me this was the best truck for me to use. Like, I wasn't going to have to do a lot of repairing. So that's why we got this truck. So when
the 4Runner?
You say what?
You got a Toyota 4Runner?
No, it's a Toyota Sequoia.
Yeah, so, okay, yeah. They're good cars. I agree.
It got, like, 300,000 miles on it already.
Mm-hmm.
That thing drive. So, like, when he see that, it looks like we are poor. I mean, then when he sees me, it looks like we are poor, like we not people with a lot of money. So if you grew up in Newark your whole life and you was white and you driving this truck right here, it's really not about the race. It's about the class. Because if you had a Lamborghini, if you was white and you sitting out there in a Rolls Royce and a Lamborghini and they put that thing on the truck, that the police would have came over there and looked at you like, yeah, he could afford a lawyer. They could afford a lawyer to come. He gonna come to my job tomorrow. They're gonna be demanding my damn job. You know what? Hey yo, put his truck down, put his car down, and let him pay for it. But when they take a look at me and they know I'm a Black Panther, man, that's what I told them. I know you probably got a grudge against me. They know I'm a Black Panther. I'm always fighting for people. I'm fighting against ICE. I'm fighting against police. I have no doubt in my mind that pig knew me. I mean, so if it was you, depending on what class you was, what you was driving, they would have took your car too. But if you look like you got some money on you and you white, even if it was a black person that looked like they had money on them, they had status on them, they would have let them slide. You know what? The chief of staff, Midi Baraka, I forgot to tell y'all. I went to City Hall. I took everything, the case, all of that. I took it to City Hall to go find the council people. Because you're supposed to go through the process, whatever. So you got to go all these channels. So I went there and to see the council person. They wasn't there. I don't even think he sent me an email. Hey, check and see if they sent the email from council, whatever his name is, if he sent the email yet. But the last time I checked, they hadn't sent the email. Then I saw Midi Baraka, the chief of staff of the mayor. So I opened up the legal case and I showed it to him, and I asked him, are they supposed to tow my car? He said, I don't know if that's AI. I don't know if it's fake. I'm like, bro, you in Newark. You the chief of staff. I'm like, I'm sure you know if they tow your car, they're supposed to put it down. He said, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. He like, who towed your car? Like he probably would have called them and told them to give me my car back, to release my car. I have no doubt, because they've done it before. Politicians have done it before, called down to the dentist and tell them to release the car. But I told them, I'm like, nah, don't call them. I'm going to go through the process. I'm going to see how they do everybody. I want to go down there and pay that $275 so my blood can be hot, that they just stole my money for nothing. So I told them, don't pay for it. Captain Patience was there. He was really about to call them and tell them to let my car go. No, let them keep it. I need everybody to see what's going on, that this is what they're doing in our community. And if we all don't stand up, they're going to continue to do it. I mean, I always say that black people own slaves. During slavery time, it was other black people that owned slaves that justified this system. You still have those black people today. They will preach about Ghani. They will preach all this Pan-African stuff, this black nationalist stuff, but they work for the system taking people homes. They work for the system locking people up, shooting people in the back, and then coming up with these fake programs that act like they're doing something, which are called reform. People losing their homes. You know what the mayor going to say? I'm going to start selling houses for $1. So everybody's line up. 3, 4, 5 blocks line up around the building to go get $1 house. Nobody get a house for $1. Because it's all fake. It's all fake. They try to put the wool over your eye, that you're not seeing what you're seeing. So to answer your question, I mean, depending on what kind of white person you were, if you're a dirty white boy, you're going to jail with me.
And I apologize if that question was out of line.
No, bro. There's no question here. Anything that you ask, being sincere, it's not out of line. This is where we have these conversations. You can't have this conversation anywhere else in life. People got to keep secret to all of this. I'm telling you, if you live in Newark, New Jersey, because I know white people that grew up in Newark. I've been around maybe 1 or 2 white people. They get the same flack that the Negroes get, because it's a class war. They do this to white people too. White people that can't afford the lawyers. During COVID, there was a snowstorm. And this white lady and her son worked at Wendy's. The white lady froze in her car to death because they could not afford a place to stay. Even the hotel wouldn't let them stay there because they're not making enough at Wendy's. Because to be able to afford an apartment, you have to make 3 times what the apartment cost. If you're working at Wendy's, You're not making 3 times what the apartment cost. So this white woman, I would never forget this, because I remember I put the TV on, and they're like, yeah, she worked at Wendy's, she froze to death in her car. I'm like, damn, they're doing this to white people? You go in the park, you drive in the park in North, Branchbrook Park, all these parks. There are people sleeping in their cars because they can't afford a place to stay. If you pay attention, you will see it. When you drive by a car and they got a shirt like in the window, because most people don't look, you see a car parked and the windows rolled up and like there's a shirt there blocking the sun, there's somebody sleeping in that car. There are little telltale signs. When you drive past, people are sleeping in their cars, sleeping under bridges. You go downtown Penn Station, people are sleeping under the bridge in snowstorms. This is the society that we are in. And this police officer, this cop right here, this pig, he ride past all of that. You know what he do? He may drive past them and tell them to get up and move somewhere else. That's their job. That's the society we living in. I mean, and we need to make this clear and scream this at the top of our lungs. Like, this is what's going on. Because people around the world want to run and come here. People around the world selling everything. Selling their home. Man, I knew this dude that was working for an oil company in Nigeria, bruh. Yo, we flew to Nigeria in 2015. Yo, we stayed at his house. He got a gate. Everything was gated in. He was putting in a pool. He was putting a pool in. Had his own house and everything. Had 2 cars, his Lexus and something else. Had the dogs. Had a perfect life. Sold everything to move to Chicago. Living in a project somewhere. Because people around the world is believing the hype what they see on TV, what they see rappers doing. They don't understand how we suffering out here. So now this dude done came all the way out here from Nigeria. His shit done expired. His visa done expired. So now if they grab him, they're going to just throw him inside the cell because they're not sending you home right away. Because if you go to them and tell them, like, yo, my visa expired, I want to go home, yo, they'll keep you in jail so they could get money off you. So now he's sitting here. When he was home, had all of this, had the status, had the money. Because to be able to afford a ticket from Nigeria to here, you, your wife, your children, to be able to afford a ticket, you know how expensive that ticket is? Yo, I just pray he got all his stuff. He still got the house and everything. Because I'm going to holler at him. You don't want to stay there? I'm about to go stay there. I'm about to fly over there and go stay in the house. I mean, but yeah, man, but we done for this week, man. I mean,
one more thing I wanted to mention. I noticed that like some of the posts that you make attract a lot of random hate, borderline vitriol, and I was wondering if you would be interested in talking off of the podcast about utilizing some sort of automation tool to just kind of hide, shadow hide those kinds of comments so that they don't pollute your threads and don't give off the wrong impression. You know what I mean?
Hold on a second. What you say, John Secretary?
No, I think we want to, well, I guess we can use it in certain spaces or minimize certain things, but some of those comments we want to see because we want to react to them so the public could see how we answer these questions or engage with people even though they may not be, in agreement with us.
And like, I'm on the side you on.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I'm on the side you on. I'm just ready to get rid of them comments. Because most of those people work for the city. They work for the people that we're talking about. So they're just coming on there to make these comments to justify what they're already doing. These are not, what would you call, good faith. Yeah. These are not good faith people. I mean, so like, because that's something that we've been battling with. Should we leave the comments up so people actually see what these people are saying, or should we just get rid of them? I mean, I'm at the point where I don't even want to talk to these people no more. If this is how you feel, you'll go on your page, you go make a post, and you go talk about what you want to talk about. But for the people that are concerned, the people that are getting abused in these communities, this is the space for you. Because that's what that space is for. I'm not posting about sports. I'm not posting about booty twerking, people shaking their booty. I'm not doing none of that. Everything we post on there is about stuff that's going on to people in the community. I mean, but yeah, I mean, so the General Secretary is going to get in touch with you. Yeah, whatever you could put together to put that away, let me know. And let me know when you're working at that table, baby, I'm coming.
Yeah, I just felt like a lot of the message was being drowned out and the totality of the discussion was being taken away with all the justification and, you know, people trying to make a, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't seem right. So that's why I brought it up.
Where did you see it at?
I was just, you were responding to a few people that were talking like they knew what they were talking about, and you kept disproving them with quotes, and you were like linking information that was like actually legitimate, and they were obviously ignorant and not probably reading, and then responding without thinking about anything. So I don't need to get specific, but this happens often. You know, I don't need to tell you that.
Yeah. You're right. But yeah, man. So anybody got something else, man? Before I sign out real quick, man. Till next time, Wednesday we got the political education class. That's on YouTube.
The last slide to let them.
Yeah, if you want to get a hoodie, you want to support, cop a hoodie, man. I mean, we also got
Yeah, we also have our Amazon gift list for the summer camp and the basketball camp that's coming up this summer. You can check it out. And we also have a GoFundMe because we're trying to raise funds for our programs, the Panther Cup programs. So you can scan those QR codes or take a picture and, share it around so we can get some funds so we can have a fun summer for the kids this summer.
We've been doing this since 2008. I mean, like, this our first time really, like, putting out GoFundMe, all these different things. Like, this right here, whose idea was this? This is Jeremy's idea, putting out the wish list. I mean, and the hoodies, we've been doing this for a couple of years now. But everything we do, we fund it. The organization funded. There's no NGO money. Like, there ain't nobody giving us money to do nothing. So whether and like somebody told me I shouldn't say this before, but I'm going to say it anyway. Whether you send money or not, this stuff is getting done. I mean, but if you care and you really want to do something, you want to like really impact people's life and be part of this, you can send the bread or you can show up. You can donate money or you could show up if you're close enough. Or like, you know what I wish? My biggest wish is that you start this in your own community. Start programs in your own community to serve the people in your own community. I'll donate money to you. I'll come and give my services for free. We'll come help you. I'll help you put it together because we believe in intercommunalism, meaning our community, your community, all of our communities working together to serve each other. Because we don't believe the government, the state, these police officers, this politician, I don't care if you're in Virginia, I don't care wherever you're at, they're not there to serve you. They're there to exploit us all. So we can all work together to help each other, man. But yeah, man, but we about to sign out, man. It's going to be a long week. Go ahead.
Another great, just last thing another great sort of crowdfunding thing that you could do is, with a lot of outreach, is Coffee with a K, K-O-F-F-E. It started with developers sort of allowing open source stuff that they built, buy me a coffee type thing, but it allows people to make very small donations, and it also has a lot of outreach. So similar to GoFundMe, it could be a useful tool for anyone looking to support the cause.
I'm going to try it. Svetomir? Is that how you say it?
Svetomir. Yeah, it's Svetomir, yep.
Yeah, Svetomir.
You got it.
It's Svetomir. I was scared. Svetomir. I'm not going to forget it.
Thank you. No worries.
But Svetomir, like, what I really want is for us to recruit you, for you to be part of what we're doing. So, like, since you have this knowledge on this stuff, this would be like I do the after-school program. I pick up the kids. The Captain Patience, she helps them with their homework. We have somebody in the gym that do the boxing. If you know this stuff, how to hide, how to do all of that, we need people to do all of that. That's the whole point of an organization, because individual people can't do nothing. We need a whole family. And I don't care where you are on Svetomir, you family now. I mean,
thank you.
Yeah, and if you need help, like you call this up. I never met you before. You hit me up on social media about helping out our other comrade. You see, did I hang up on you? Did I ignore you?
No.
So if anybody ever hit me up about you, or if you ever call and you say you need something, I'm not going to ignore you. That's what we're here for. We're here to build that connection and build that family. I mean, so like, I would love, yo, we're gonna talk to you off the show, whatever, on the side. But I would love for you to join the family, baby.
Well, I mean, I was gonna talk to you about how to go about doing that. So,
man, you already in there, my boy. I got you. I'm gonna hit you later, man. But I'm about to sign out real quick because we got
excellent.
Well, who that?
I have one quick question.
Go ahead.
Where are you going? Latoya again. One quick question because I needed a line, so I had to switch from one phone to another. Where you going to be located at again on Saturday?
No, we're in Newark, New Jersey. Let me see. Can you give me some information so we could get back to you? How do you want to do that?
Okay. This is my telephone number right here, the one I'm calling from. Can you?
Okay. Let me see. Wait. Let me see. Let me go up. Okay. Let me go up. Right here. I got the number. I see it. So we're gonna somebody's gonna give you a call, and we're gonna figure out how we're gonna do what we got to do.
Okay, call me in advance because I use Access Link.
Access Link.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how New Jersey Transit.
No problem. We're gonna hit you up. And thank you for pulling up. Thank you for coming.
Oh, you're quite welcome. I would love to come out and meet y'all. Definitely.
Hold up. Thank you so much. Anybody else got anything before I sign out?
Thank you.
Thank you. All power to the people. I live for the people. I die for the people.